So this little video is about my one-to-one wellbeing coaching, specifically what's involved, who it might benefit, and what the impact might be. So one-to-one coaching is in a really safe, primarily online, trusted space, and it allows people to open up and be vulnerable, and it addresses repetitive thought patterns and things that keep us stuck in life and help us to understand where that comes from, what's behind it and what's below it, and where change actually comes from. And it's fairly deep, might take a little bit of courage, definitely takes some curiosity and openness, but that's where the true change arises from. And it's not just about the mind, because if we look at the mind in isolation, we're overlooking how we hold our life experiences, particularly trauma, in the fabric of our bodies at a cellular level. So the invitation is to come to it with an open mind, and also it recognizes the intersection between what's going on in our minds and how it's felt within our bodies, so that we can learn to intuit into those spaces, understand how it affects the physiology of the body, and how healing can happen. So it's pretty intense, but it's really beautiful, and it can be a little bit challenging, but it's hugely impactful. And you'll see a host of testimonials from lots of different people across my socials, and I've just updated my website too, so have a little look at that if you can. In terms of who it's aimed at, well, I don't really have a particular niche, but I have got a lot of experience of working with women primarily, particularly those in the perinatal window affected by anxiety or low mood, and women going through periods of transition in their lives, maybe the midlife period too. But people have come to me for coaching for lots of different reasons, including grief and loss, a sense of disillusionment maybe with their careers, going through some kind of change in their life, or just a sense of wanting to reconnect with joy and meaning and purpose and come back to that space. As I said, the impact is fairly significant, and it is drawing on lots of different modalities. So it's not one single modality, and it's quite different from a therapeutic intervention. It's different from life coaching and kind of maybe executive coaching. So it sits in its own little category, really. In terms of the way people access it, well, you can have 6 to 8 sessions as part of more of an intensive program, or some people choose to access it more on a maybe fortnightly or monthly basis, on an ongoing basis, just to check in. It's costed at a way that to be accessible, because that's really important to me, and it's also comparable with therapeutic interventions. So yeah, it's also designed to be hugely friendly, safe, welcoming, because I know how intimidating it is talking to somebody about your deepest fears and your worries. I spent many years holding space for people in that capacity, and it's really important to me that people feel safe to do so. But I don't want it to be intimidating for people. I want people to feel at ease as simply as soon as possible, just because that's where real change and healing can happen. So I hope that makes sense. Do pop me a line if you're interested. Take good care.